People have been up in my comments asking for an update on Boxabl. And even though it's been a minute since I made a video about the Las Vegas-based company, it appears as though they've been making moves, changes, whatever you want to call it. If anyone watching missed their rise to popularity, the year was 2020 and they quickly went viral as people saw them as a possible solution to combat rising home prices. It really was quite fascinating to watch. I had never seen a company get so popular so fast, and I haven't seen anyone do it the same way since. Looking back, I think it was a combination of preparation that nobody saw. This was not a 2020 idea, and contrary to popular belief, they were not an overnight success. Combined with good timing, great marketing, and maybe a bit of luck. Fast forward to 2024 and things have been quieter over at Boxabl. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. When I say quieter, what I mean is they seem to have throttled back the viral marketing stunts like drag racing with casitas, dropping cars on casitas, and all of the other unconventional big attention plays that got them in front of so many people to begin with. It seems to me the focus has been redirected from getting attention to building homes, which makes sense. They are a home building company after all. Will I miss the stunts? Yeah, I will. They were quite entertaining, but I just don't know if they can get away with it anymore now that they're a larger company. They've got investors, they've got customers, and people will be wondering why they're running around in a Speedos rather than building homes. I don't actually know if that happens. It seems the focus shift has been beneficial because they've announced a couple new ideas that move them closer to their goal of mass producing homes. Whether you're on the waitlist, a fan of Boxabl, a hater, or just a prefab enthusiast, let's see what they've been up to because again, it is a fascinating storyline. It occurred to me that some of the new viewers on the channel may not have heard of Boxabl, so let me back up the truck real quick. Boxabl is best known for the Boxabl Casita, a 361 square foot home that ships 8 feet wide and folds out on site. It's described as designed with simplicity and efficiency in mind and comes standard with a full kitchen and bathroom, as well as plenty of living space, which is perfect for a couch and bed, or whatever you envision. When I first started following the company, the Casita was listed at $50,000, but is currently showing a base price of $60,000. It has been reported by Boxabl that they've got a waitlist north of 100,000 people, just to give you an idea how popular they've become in the last 3 or 4 years. I've been watching and waiting to see more Casitas get delivered because people want to see real homes being delivered to real locations. Simple as that. People want to see them in the wild, real use cases, real Casitas, real properties, real everything. Believe it or not, there was a time when some people, maybe it was 1 or 2, I don't know, thought that the factory was full of paid actors pretending to work. There was no shortage of theories around why very few homes were shown being delivered. That was then, this is now. With their recent delivery of 6 Boxabl Casitas to one property in Oklahoma City that will be used to provide affordable housing options in the area, this is as good a time as any to get into what they've been doing. First things first, it looks like they're creating a network of licensed dealers to sell their homes. A page out of the playbook of companies that sell more homes than any others in America. Think Clayton Homes, think Champion Homes, or any of the other big players in the space. According to their website, Clayton Home Building Group built 52,000 homes across the United States in 2023. Think about that number for a second. That's 142 homes per day. I'm not sure how Boxabl plans to set up their dealer program, but traditionally how this works is the manufacturer has a wholesale price list that goes out to their dealers that doesn't include site services, delivery, or setup. The dealers can get the homes for a lower price than is listed to the public because they're going to do a lot of the work that Boxabl then doesn't have to do. One of the reasons that Clayton Homes is able to build 52,000 homes in a single year is because they have their network of dealers who are looking after 52,000 job sites, 52,000 building permits, and talking to the 52,000 customers that are buying the homes. When I was working at a dealership selling manufactured homes, my job was to sell the homes, and there is more to it than most people think. Unfortunately, it is not like buying or selling a car. Not everyone who wants to buy a home is able to do so, even if they have the money. For example, before a sale can be made, we would do a site visit to make sure it's even possible to get a home on the property. Add that to the list of things that Clayton Homes would have to do if they wanted to sell directly to 52,000 customers. 52,000 site visits. it isn't scalable. For Boxabl, what do you think is going to be more efficient? Sending Galliano to do a site visit for every customer on the waitlist, or having a network of dealers strategically located throughout the country that can handle all of the details that would take them away from building the homes? 52,000 building permits. Can you imagine that? Imagine how long it takes to get 52,000 building permits. No. This might be an unpopular opinion because everyone wants to cut out the middleman and buy directly from a website these days. However, when you're dealing with homes where there is so much for a consumer to consider, the middleman is not such a bad thing. I think if they're trying to scale this thing up and put out even close to the number that the biggest builders are putting out, dealer network is a smart move. The customer deals directly with the dealer, and the dealer deals directly with Boxabl. Boxabl builds the homes, the dealer picks them up at the factory and handles everything outside of the factory gates. In a scenario where a company wants to manufacture as many homes as possible, adding in a step or middleman can make the entire process more efficient. I'm curious if people agree on this or if they would rather purchase direct from Boxabl. If so, why? The reason I ask is because I think, just speculation, that Boxabl will offer both options. The co-founder Paulo recently posted on X that they're working on a smaller model that wouldn't require a lot of the items that slow down the process of getting Boxables to customers. The post says, "Baby box is coming. No permits, no foundations, no tools, no nuttin'. Free delivery nationwide, 20-something thousand price, and Boxabl financing." That's the plan anyways. Let's see how it goes. At the starter end of the crisis, this is how we do it at mass freaking quantities. I think this is something that anyone could take delivery of and would be possible to go directly from the website to the consumer because it's going to show up finished. Again, this is just speculation, but I think it'll be around 100 square feet, maybe just under. So 8 feet wide by 12.5 feet long, so it can ship without a wide load, but I don't think it's going to unfold on site at all. I think it'll remain the same dimensions that it's transported, so around 1/3 the size of the casita and no setup. The post didn't include a floor plan, but based on the rendering shown, I was able to whip up this educated guess in kid pics. From what I can tell, it'll have a coat closet by the entrance, then a kitchenette before it opens up into the main section of the home. In the main section, there's a fold-out couch, a table for two, and likely a window on the end wall. Looping around to the other side of the home, they've got a bathroom which appears to have a walk-in shower, a sink, and I'm guessing it'll have a toilet. The post says it'll have no permits, no foundation, no tools, no nuttin'. So I am wondering what the plan is for power, water, and sewer. Will it have an RV plug that can be plugged into any outlet on a home with an adapter? Will it have a composting toilet? Will it have a fresh water tank that can be filled with a garden hose? Only time will tell. There are a few questions that need to be answered here, but at this point it is an interesting concept. It sounds like all people will need to set one of these things is a flat spot in their yard, and that's something most people can get with a truckload of gravel, a shovel, and a rake if they don't have a flat spot already. No word on when the baby box will be available, but I definitely think it's a concept that will have people excited, especially if they can keep the price under $30,000 delivered. I guess we'll have to wait and see. People have been asking what's going on with Boxabl, and from the outside looking in, it looks like quite a bit. They seem to have reined in marketing compared to their heyday, and I'm guessing it's because they've received enough attention and are now focusing on the task at hand, building homes for customers. I'm always interested in what they're doing and how they're doing it, so I'll be following along with what they're up to and posting updates right here on my YouTube channel. That's all I've got for today. If you like prefab home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.